Good day everyone, I'm Abdulwas Asari from BS Fisheries 4A. In this video, I'll be discussing the geographic settings of the Philippine fishing ground. So kapag sinabi nating geographic settings, it means it is the physical location of a place and its natural environment. Sa fishing, this refers sa kung saan ang fishing area is located, which is the sea, rivers, lake, and coastal area. Kasama na rin dito yung natural features na nandun sa area, which is the coral reefs, deep sea waters, current, climate, and etc. So why is it important to discuss this? Because geographic settings affects three main things. Isa na rito yung fish abundance, because some places naturally have more fish because of warm water, coral reefs, nutrient-rich water, and good ocean currents. And pangalawa dito yung fishing methods, because the location determines what fishing methods are used. So for example, sa shallow area waters, yung mga fishermen is they may use small boats, nets like mga passive nets, and mga fish traps. In deep sea area naman, they may use large fishing boats or mga fishing vessels, long lines, furseine, and so on. So, the environment affects the tools and techniques that is used in fishing. And yung pangatlo is yung livelihood, which is, this is how people can earn money to support their families, especially sa mga small-scale fishers na dependent sa fish shop pag-fishing. So, let's proceed to the Philippine context. Philippines is an archipelagic country, means a group of many islands, which means has a more than 7,600 islands, and also surrounded by a water and has a very long coastline. Because it is made up of many islands, almost region is close to the sea, and also surrounded by a different seas, which is the West Philippine Sea, Sulu Sea, and Celebes Sea. These area are diverse and productive, kasi there are many different kinds of fish and marine animals such as tuna, sardines, mackerel, groupers, crabs, shrimp, and squid. And also the waters produce a large amount of fish. So, bakit productive yung Philippine waters? It because of the tropical waters, coral reefs which is serve as the breeding areas, mangroves serving as the nursery areas of fish, seagrass beds, and ocean current that brings nutrients. Okay, so let's proceed to the major bodies of water surrounding the Philippine Sea. So there are four major bodies of water, which is the West Philippine Sea, Sulu Sea, and Celebes Sea. So these seas are not just a borders of the country, hindi lang siya borders ng country. Napaka-important niya sa environment, economy, food supply, and livelihood of Filipinos. Because Philippines is an archipelago, which is the water is everywhere around it. This make marine resources extremely important to the country's survival and development. Okay, so yung first na water bodies na i-discuss natin is the West Philippine Sea. So yung West Philippine Sea is located siya sa western side of the Philippines. It faces the mainland Asia, and many coastal provinces like Zambales, Pangasinan, Palawan are near this area. So, yung environmental importance nito is meron siyang shallow and deep parts. So, yung shallow parts is nag-aalaw siya sa sunlight para ma-reach niya yung underwater plants and corals. So, kumbaga photosynthesis, kapag yung sunlight is na-reach niya yung ocean floors, it helps the plants grows. And yung plants na to is magiging pagkain siya ng mga small animals. And yung mga small animals naman is magiging pagkain ng mga bigger fish or animals. Kumbaga, parang food chain lang siya, food chain. So, because of the food chain, nagiging productive yung isang area for fishing. So, punta naman tayo sa fishing importance niya. Yung West Philippine Seas provides a coastal fish, offshore fish, reef fish, and commercial fish species, which supports sa mga small fishermen na gumagamit ng small boat and large fishing companies that is using bigger vessels. And when we talk about the economic role naman is, yung fish na nahuli is ibebenta siya sa market and sometimes is exported siya. And for small scale fishers naman is many families depend on this seas for this sea for daily income. So even though productive siya, it also faces a challenge like overfishing, pollution, territorial disputes. So yung issue na to is pwede siya maka-affect siya fish supplies and fisherman's livelihood. So punta naman tayo sa Philippine Sea. So yung Philippine Sea is located siya sa eastern side of the country, which is faces the Pacific Ocean. So this sea is much deeper compared sa West Philippine Sea. Kasi isa sa mga karakteristik ng Philippine Sea is napakalalim ng water niya, malakas yung ocean current, and open ocean environment or open sea siya. So dahil sa napakalalim and open sea siya, ito yung home para sa mga pelagic fish. Kasi yung mga pelagic fish is naninirahan sila sa mga malalim and open water. Kumbaga, hindi sila naninirahan sa mga coastal area and may mga coral reefs. So, yung mga types of fish na matatagpuan dito sa Philippine Sea is tuna, marlin, swordfish, and other migratory fish. So, itong mga fish na to is sila yung mga nagdi-distance long across the oceans. When we talk about the economy or the importance to the economy, so yung Philippine Sea is very important siya sa large scale commercial fishing, especially sa tuna, kasi yung tuna kasi is one of the Philippines major seafoods exports. So yung mga cities like General Santos, sila yung mga nakaka-benefit sa tuna fishing kasi sila yung capital city ng tuna. So when it comes naman sa natural challenges, yung eastern side of the Philippines is madalas sila nakaka-experience ng strong typhoon, rough ocean waves. So yung mga ganitong phenomena, this makes fishing more dangerous and also affects the fish movement and breeding. So let's proceed to Sulu Sea or Southwest. Yung Sulu Sea is located siya between Palawan and Mindanao. And yung Sulu Sea naman is commonly known for coral reefs, highly biodiversity or which means having many different types of marine life and clear waters. So yung coral reefs dito sa Sulu Sea is napaka-important kasi nasa-serve sila as breeding ground, nursery areas for young fish, and shelter for marine species. So without coral reefs, karamihan sa mga isda is hindi magso-survive. So that's why napakalaga talaga ng coral reefs. So for the fishing and community role, yung Sulu Sea support is small scale fisher communities kasi karamihan ng nangingisda dito is mga small scale fishers. And yung mga nahuli nila is binebenta nila into local market. And also they support tourism like diving and marine activities. So fishing here is often include reef fish, crabs, lobster, and squid. So yung health ng coral reefs is directly nakakaapekto siya sa fish population. If yung coral reefs is damaged due to pollution or destructive fishing, yung number ng isda is also decreases. Kumbaga, ito yung tinatawag nilang ecology. Kumbaga, yung relationship ng organism pati yung environment nila. That's why napaka-important talaga ng coral reefs. So for the last major bodies of water, which is the Celebes Sea. So yung Celebes Sea is located siya sa South Mindanao and also connected siya sa international waters. And isa sa mga karakteristik ng Celebes Sea is deep waters. Connected siya sa other Southeast Asian seas and also important for migratory fish. So yung major contribution niya is yung Celebes Sea is especially known siya sa tuna fishing. Also part siya ng international fishing route. So meaning yung mga isda na nahuhuli dito is pwede siya mabenta sa ibang bansa. So yung tuna industry sa Philippines is nakadepende talaga dito sa water body na to or dito sa Celebes Sea. So yung international importance dito is dahil sa connected yung other countries. So pwede maganap dito yung international trade, marine resource management, and fishing agreement between other countries. So now, pag-uusapan natin yung types of fishing areas. So, isa sa mga pag-uusapan natin dito is yung coastal waters. So, sa coastal waters, included na dyan yung coral reefs, mangroves, and seagrass beds, which is mainly used for municipal fishing only. Bawal pumasok yung commercial fishers. Kasi, within 15 kilometers, bawal na pumasok yung commercial fishers. And kasunod naman dito is yung continental shelves, which is it support both commercial fishers and small scale fishing. So dito sa area na to, pwede mangisda dito yung commercial and small scale fishers kasi it is a part of the land that continues underwater from the coastline before the ocean becomes very deep. That is why pwede siya sa dalawa. And lastly is the offshore and deep sea areas, which are used for commercial fishing vessel only. So yun yung mga types of fishing areas. Okay, so for the environmental factors, fishing grounds are influenced by monsoon, ocean current, tides, and seasonal changes. So these factors can affect fish migration, spawning, feeding behavior, and seasonal fish availability. Okay, so pag-usapan natin yung monsoon. So sa monsoon, yung mga fisherman is hindi sila nakakapalaot kasi nga tag-ulan and medyo malakas din yung alon. So yung dahil sa malamig yung temperature kapag monsoon, it also changes the water temperature. So yung fish kasi, so yung mga fish na nandun sa area na yun kapag yung mga hindi nagtatribe sa mga malalamig na temperature, so aalis sila dun. So that's how environmental affects fishing. Another is the ocean current. So yung current is nagki-carry siya ng nutrients sa water. So kapag more nutrients means more fish and plankton. So yung mga malalaking isda, they follow the small fish, so they gather in those areas. So kapag malakas yung alon, yung mga nutrients this is nadadala din ng mabilis. So there's a possibility na yung nutrients is mawawala dun kasi nga malakas yung alon, kung baka hindi constant yung current. So yung mga isda na nandun, since parang they are interconnected, so there's a possibility na walang isda dun kasi nga malakas yung current. So for types naman, so kapag high tide, yung fish is pumupunta sila sa shore para maghanap ng food. And during low tide naman is yung some fishing areas become shallow. So kapag shallow na yung water is yung isda is konti na lang yung isda na nandun. So it is better to parang i-check muna ng fisherman ng yung schedule before pumunta or pumalaot or mag-fishing. Kaya kung pupunta siya dun na hindi niya na-estimate na yung maglo-low tide na, and then pagdating niya dun sa fishing ground is low tide na, so wala siyang mahuhuli kasi nga wrong timing siya. So that is why fishermen must check tide schedule before they fishing. And meron din tayong tinatawag na seasonal changes kasi sa mga isda is nag-a-appear sila during a certain months. Like yung ibang isda is naka-lay sila ng eggs in a specific season. So that is why some fish are easier to catch at certain times of the year. So that is how environmental factors affects fishing. So the importance of understanding the geographic settings of the Philippine fishing ground is the Philippines is a part of the Coral Triangle. So global center of marine biodiversity. So fishing grounds supports food security, employment, and the economy. So understanding the geographic settings help promote sustainable fisheries management. So that's the importance of understanding the geographic settings of the Philippines fishing ground. So that's all. Thank you.